Two matches remain here on Elimination Day, and it's a big fight kind of feel here in our arena.
أكبر مباراة في هذه الليلة راح تبدأ بعد قليل. تكلمنا في بداية البث المباشر وش المباريات اللي ممكن نركز عليها، والآن عرفنا وش بتكون هذه المباراة بالذات. الجائزة حقتها بيكون التوب 8 معنا في جيمرز 8 راكت ليج، والفائز على طول بيكون عنده نسبة كبيرة من الجائزة بمقدار $2,000,000.
We've got highly anticipated ones and twos matchups on the horizon, and our first team to the stage, an all-American squad, louder and more physical than anybody here at Gamers8. Please welcome to the stage, Version1! Beast Mode, Calm, and Daniel. The first land for Daniel since joining V1. Bimo and Daniel, the dominant twos duo, but they have not faced a duo like the one they're about to face tonight. It is gonna be a rumble here with a talented squad, to say the least, facing by far their biggest test of the event.
Version1 وصلوا عندنا في المسرح في أول ظهور لهم في جيمرز 8. هذا الفريق دائما يتميز بال2v2s، لكن زي ما احنا عارفين خصمهم في هذه المباراة بيكون مختلف عن أي من ال2v2s اللي قد واجههم في مسيرتهم بالكامل. كلنا عارفين من الفريق هذا، عشان كذا ودنا على طول نرحب فيهم. رحبوا بأبطال الشرق الأوسط، رول 1. روس وكيلرز ومحسن، هذا السكواد اللي في أول مرة يشاركون في ميجر يقدرون أنهم يكسبون المركز الأول. قبل أسابيع قليلة جدا قدروا يحصلون على التوب 8 في كأس العالم، قبل أسابيع قليلة أيضا استطاعوا أنهم يحصلون على المركز الرابع في السبرنت سبلت ميجر. أدائهم جدا عظيم في كل مرة يظهرون فيها، وكل الناس يتكلمون عن شيء واحد، التوأم المرعب، التوأم المخيف، روس وكيلرز. وش ممكن يسوون في ال2v2s، وش ممكن يسوون في الكرو باتل فورمات، هذا أكثر شيء ممكن نركز عليه.
Killers, Massen, and Roas, Rule 1, looking to join the Falcons in the top 8. Team chemistry is strong, family is stronger. It is gonna be a knockdown, drag-out fight here in the upper bracket. So the teams are ready now. They will take their seats, and shortly we will begin our upper bracket final. Vitality waits for the winner in the top 8. The wait is finally over here in the arena. Rule 1, Version1. It's the battle on the boulevard, and the prize is top 8.
This time you don't have to ask me who I'm gonna root for, because obviously I'm gonna go for Rule 1. أعزائي المشاهدين، احنا الآن راح نشهد هذه المباراة، بتكون النهائي في الأبر براكت في آخر جروب معنا. الفائز على طول راح يتوجه إلى توب 8، والفائز على طول راح يواجه بطل العالم تيم فيتاليتي. خلينا نشوف من اللي ممكن يفوز، وعلى طول مع المعلقين.
The main event of the night, Group D's upper bracket final. NA versus Mina, Version1 and Rule 1 to put on a show, James, in a best of 5.
And you know what? The prize is, Corelli? You get to the playoffs, and guess who you got to play? Team Vitality. So that is going to be a really rough first-round matchup in the playoffs. But you know what? I think both of these teams have the confidence to go the distance, but they have to face each other first. Version1 upset Liquid in the upper bracket semifinals, really surprising most people, whereas Rule 1 has been consistent up to this point, and now we get to see how they match up against one another.
Rule 1 certainly taking down the teams that they were expected to was Team Secret in that 3-0. I don't know, James. I feel like people will be torn about what you said, though. Some people, I think, expect V1 to do well against basically anyone in this format. I could see it going either way.
But Team Liquid, top 4 at Worlds, consistently up there at the top of Europe.
Yeah, in RLCS.
Version1 failed to even make the spring major. So I feel like for Version1, of course people know they're good, but they were not able to put things together. And going up against Team Liquid, who's been consistent, and Team Liquid certainly the favorite there. And I think regardless, looking now at just this series alone, I hope we can see a 1v1 between Daniel and Roland.
Yes. I mean, the thing is, we're in for a treat either way. The 2v2 is also a matchup that's going to be special between these two teams. And of course, the 3v3, as you mentioned, Version1 struggled to make, they didn't make the RLCS World Championship, so we hadn't seen them for a while.
Yeah, you know who, because of who? It was Rule 1. Their run deep in Boston was what made Version1 not be able to attend the World Championship.
Yep.
So this would be an opportunity for some sweet revenge.
We get to start off things with a 3v3 here. Version1, like you said, James, looking for revenge here.
Killers will straight back, but look at the pace on that shot.
Calm. Putting away his first, and you thought Rule 1 had the advantage right off the rip, but look at this pass to the midfield. Calm with a beautiful angle to start things off for Version1, and that's exactly what you want to do to get your team going in the 3v3s.
Great start for Version1. Kickoff will go right back to Rowas, beast mode. Will take over now, trying to take it up the sidewall. Will power through one challenge. Rowas up early, there's a bounce. Killer's caught out. Flip reset from Daniel, who had no boost. Needed just a little bit more. Perhaps he would have been able to convert on that play, but it was ambitious.
Certainly. But a Version1 showing out here in the first 30 seconds. All the pressure on that Rule 1 side. Rule 1 have to pick up the pace here.
And a confident touch there from Calm. He was walking a tightrope there. It looked like he might have been setting up an opportunity for Rule 1 with how confident he was, though. He was able to convert on getting that clear out to the side. But Version1 stuck on defense. There's a demo beast mode taken out. Low boost for Daniel and Calm. But on the respawn, Daniel actually collides with beast mode. The back line, a bit chaotic right now for Version1.
Yeah, Version1 certainly finding their footing here. Took him about a minute. With the clamping down on Version1, Rowas looking for options. He's gonna have to do it himself. Takes the challenge here against Daniel. Follow-ups there and shut down by the defense of Version1 as they look for a way out. Beast mode, quality touch towards the backboard, and Musson there trying to clear this one out, but he's demoed off the ball. Killers has an opportunity for Rowas, but he passes it over on the spawn to Musson.
And it looked like Rowas was able to grab the mid boost as well. Musson trying to work up high. Daniel clearing back to the mid. Rowas pass back to his brother. Now Calm leaves it for beast mode. Beast mode, flip reset. Easily saved and hit off to the side. Calm stays at the midfield to try to prevent the clear. And you see the bump dodged by Killers.
Dodging the bumps, and now the shot just going wide. Follow-ups there, right side. Mawson puts it away, and Rule 1 find their equalizer.
Really well done. Dodging that bump from Calm was perfect, and then Killers to Killers to Rowas, sorry. And then to Mawson, yeah. Unbelievable passing play there from Rule 1. Rule 1 really showing that they're not afraid of Version1. Getting a great response, and now we're all tied up.
And really settling in to this 3v3 is Rule 1. Talked about that first minute. Version1 came out hot with all the aggression, but now here comes Rule 1. Rowas will put away Rule 1 second, and they're into the lead.
And that, that was a fantastic start. You see Mawson go up, just put a weak shot on, but fortunately for them, 2 go for Version1. Defensively, not the best play. And that's going to be an easy goal here for Rule 1, who take the lead.
See the crowd there. Owner of Rule 1, Sunless Khan there, cheering on his team, of course. They can be happy with their performance so far, halfway through game 1. Rule 1 holding on to their lead for now, but here comes Daniel off his own back wall. Needs another touch. Can he dunk it through?
Oh, there's the
Beast Mode's
rebound.
there, trying to put on target and
Oh,
threw it away.
wow.
Mawson makes the save.
Mawson getting up. It was a rebound that looked like it was certainly going in, but Mawson with a great defensive stop. However, double commit for Rule 1. Beast Mode might set up Calm. No stays on the ceiling to hit the ball downfield, trying to keep the pressure on Rule 1. Daniel got the boost steal and pops it straight up. Mawson up to Rawas. Rawas was hungry for a double tap ball, but you saw Version 1 get a piece of it. Beast Mode gets another touch, but is demoed now. Mawson first to it, pops it up high. Daniel kicks it off to the side. Now Killers up in the air. You see Mawson trying to dive in for a bump. And now a ball cut off from Rawas. Rawas nicely preventing that counterattack play.
Version 1, they really have been spending a lot of time defensively here, turning away Rule 1. They've done a good job, but not a good job there. Killers pounces on the opportunity as Version 1 lets it fall.
And you have to also give credit to Rawas for poking and prodding. His play led to that rebound opportunity. Rule 1 looking so comfortable. Version 1 got out to that quick start, that shot from Calm from the midfield. And you were wondering if Version 1 was going to start running away with it, but no, a great response. Rule 1 keeping their cool, and they have been in firm control. This has been so impressive from Rule 1.
Daniel getting that bump, but no follow-up. The defense from Rule 1, too strong. Just over a minute left. Version 1 looking to get one back here off the backboard, and a great touch by the defense. This one all the way towards the net. Daniel forced to go up and get it. Pass down is not good enough, but he gets the dunk. Rawas trying to get going. You can see Version 1 turning them away at every turn, but here comes Killers to the back wall. Maybe more for Rule 1 as Beast Mode is able to get it away.
Hit upfield. Daniel was hoping to set up a teammate, but Beast Mode didn't want to dive till now. Calm also up 50. Kicks off to the side. Mawson was slowing down for a brief moment. Daniel rips a shot, but it's going to be blocked. You saw Beast Mode also creep upfield, was hoping to pick something up. Beast Mode staying in the play. Daniel has to bail out. This one up. And now Calm trying to drop it down, but it's a great challenge from Killers, who keeps the pressure going and all the time melting off the clock. Rule 1, despite giving up that first goal, will come roaring back and get a convincing win in Game 1.
And you know the crowd loves it. You can hear them get loud for Rule 1 here at the end of this game, but of course when they were announced on stage, everyone in the building rooting for Rule 1 right now, and they're giving their fans a show. 4-1 in the first game of the series, and maybe more to come in the final 3 seconds if Rawas can get one for the road. But Rule 1 putting Version down first here in this best of 5.
This was a great first game here for Rule 1, feeding off that energy from the crowd. They are the hometown heroes. They were the reason that MENA even had 3 teams go to the World Championship. Their run in Boston was inspiring. Their defense was incredible. Killers back in Boston was unstoppable, but this time it was an all-around team effort from Rule 1 that got this first win in 3v3.
So a great start for Rule 1, and now you really put Version 1 in a tough decision. And it's interesting because Rule 1, you know, they have the number 6 1v1 player in the world on their team. It's just that Rule 1 has the number 3. So it really is such a tough pick. You know, Version 1, you talk to a lot of the fans from North America, they tout the Daniel Beast Mode 2v2 as one of the best in the world.
And I think that's what you have to go to.
And I think that might have to be the pick, unless Daniel, for whatever reason, feels extremely confident over Rawas. But I would imagine you go 2v2 and leave that 1v1 for later. I suppose we'll see.
Yeah, I think you kick that Rawas can down the road if you can help it. Rawas has been so frightening. If you saw Rawas play up against KV1, who's also an incredible player, who we saw destroy Mike Boy, KV1 shutting him out. Well, Rawas beat KV1 13-4. So I don't think you really want to go into that 1v1. And you can see a wise choice come out from Version 1 and 2s.
For what it's worth, Daniel does have a winning record against Rawas all time, but in the 1v1, but we're not going to see it, at least not now. We will see the Daniel Beast Mode, the Rawas Killers, the brothers take on the powerhouse of version 1, and Beast Mode gonna strike first.
Just a little chip. That demo made it where there was only one player to beat, and as soon as Beast Mode saw Rawas diving in, just popped it up. Wasn't the fastest shot, only 60 kilometers per hour, but it's enough.
So again, version 1 getting on the board first, but we saw this in the last game. Rule 1 just needed a minute or so to calibrate against the opposition, and then it was all Rule 1 after that. Rawas looking for space, calls upon his brother to help him out. Daniel threatening here with the flip reset, comes down, Beast Mode's there, and good coverage by Killers and Rule 1 to get out.
Yeah, the Twins, they're gonna try to fight their way back into this one. And it's so cool getting to see family compete at the highest level in Rocket League. We've seen a few incredible twin duos in esports in the past, and in sports in general. And this Rawas Killers combo, it looks to be one that will also etch their names into the esports history books.
Certainly building a legacy with the Twins here on Rule 1, and beating Daniel and Beast Mode would be just another notch in the belt, as Daniel and Beast Mode, they poke it free. Daniel has an open net, and it's 2-0 version 1.
Strong start here, version 1. They are able to isolate. You saw Killers go for that when he was last back. And in those positions, we've seen version 1 have a little bit more speed. We saw Beast Mode tip it over Rawas. And it looked, I don't know if you saw it, it looked like a little hot swap there on the kickoff.
Great start here for version 1, but again, the game is quite young. 3:30 on the clock. Version 1 having a lot of control. Daniel's gonna test his luck. It's denied instantly by Killers. Beast Mode needs to get a quality touch. He does. He backs up Rawas. And version 1 really, well, hold on.
Demo.
For a second, I was about to say they're not really pushed their limits here, but a demo could have opened up some space. But again, good coverage there by version 1.
A nice boost stealing as well. Beast Mode on 0. Daniel less than half a tank, but uses that less than half a tank to get the save. And now kickstarts an offensive approach.
Saw Daniel, he wanted more. He wanted to let that one drop, but the defense read it. Killers tries to cut Daniel. Now Daniel, he might have some space to work with here. That's a tough angle. And couldn't find it. Beast Mode forced to retreat.
Killers was playing wide. That play fizzles out, however, there's a demo and there's a pinch. Beast Mode was trying to get there quick just in case somebody was gonna be there. The defense from version 1 has been rock solid so far. Rawas, threatened by a bump from behind, had to quickly go for a flick.
Daniel, he's tried to get that bump from behind a couple times, and he's made contact. No demo. Trying to throw off the flow state of Rule 1. Have stayed very grounded here against version 1, just trying to slice their way through the two-man defense of version 1, but Beast Mode now finding space for himself. He's gonna put it a white near post.
I think this was a surprising shot for Killers. You know, Killers, once he saw that first touch, recognized that he was vulnerable if a shot came out, and Beast Mode read that defense perfectly, was able to quickly pull the trigger. And it was all thanks to that incredible first touch in the corner, being able to, in an awkward spot, set up for a shot in that position was remarkable.
2 minutes left is plenty of time here for Rule 1. Like we said in the first game, they needed some calibration that first minute. Time slowly becoming a factor. Goal here would look nice off the crossbar from Killers. Daniel was beat. He was inside his own net. Now Rawas. Drop it back to Killers. Space here to work with. Looking for net. And that version 1 defense, especially in the air, has been impenetrable so far, James.
And Daniel, even in threes, if you've been watching him lately, very defensive, likes to play last back. Oh, but now it's a double commit, wide open net. And there's the caster curse, Corelli. You talk about their defense, then they instantly double commit.
Well, and this was a Beast Mode that had no business going for this one. Just let Daniel play that one out, play safe. And Rule 1, great to capitalize on the mistake from the North Americans. One back for Rule 1, finally on the board here with 1:23 left on the clock. Still plenty of time to make the comeback.
Pull here, though, would make it much more difficult. Rawas stretching, keeping that ball out by his fingertips. And denying that corner boost from Beast Mode.
Oh, you
Killers
gotta be great.
going for it. Trying to 50 this rebound back to the middle. Rawas off the backboard. Daniel and Beast Mode both go, and it's tipped up and over. Low boost situation again. Daniel has to retreat for the corner. Pass from Killers to Rawas. Rawas!
Bang!
A powerful shot, and that beats Beast Mode.
And you could see from Killer's POV, he knew Daniel wasn't going to get here. And look at the space that's left for Rawas. Puts it left side. Beast Mode gets a touch, but it's just not enough. The power was too much from Rawas. And Rule 1 have made it a 1-goal game.
There's that determination. We even saw it immediately following that first goal in Game 1 in the 3v3s. Rule 1 did not let it affect them. And they are fighting till the very end, and they tie it up!
Twisting and turning. Killers beating the defense. Beast Mode went way out of the play, and then Daniel left alone is bumped to the back of his net. Rawas there to clean it up. And we've got a ball game in the last 45 seconds.
Oh, Killers. It was all him making that opportunity happen, but we do see a fake. Possession now for Beast Mode. He's got a full tank. Killers jumping early. Beast Mode goes low. Now Beast Mode going for a bump himself.
Oh my.
Beast Mode answers with his own solo play.
He's taken over, and he's beaten the Twins one by one. He takes them down, and he punches Rawas out of the way. Version1 with a response.
Now the ball is back in Rule 1's court. What will they do with it?
Fake.
Rawas lobs it, actually gives up possession. And we'll turn it around. There's a demo. Beast Mode taken off the field. High hit off the backboard. Beast Mode off the respawn will still be able to get there in time.
That was a tough read for Killers. Even if he got there, it's going to be a tough angle. As you see, Rawas leaves this one for Killers. He had full boost. Now trying to get through Daniel, who's already up, and my goodness, what a read from Daniel. Beast Mode not allowing Rule 1 to think here in the final 10 seconds.
Oh, and there's the corner boost. It spawned, but it was just too far away from Rawas. Gets the mid boost, but will he be able to keep this ball up? Does. Picks up the corner as well. It's going to take a miracle to tie this up.
You got one to go.
Flicks over one.
Here they come.
Already airborne.
Here they come.
Oh, the block! And Version1 win the 2v2.
Woo. Sigh of relief for the Version1 boys. That was a great look for Rule 1 right at the end. But you feel like the hole was just so deep early on for Rule 1.
It was.
It was a 3-0 down, I believe. And while they did make the comeback to tie it up, you felt like that one slipped away too early. And for Version1, they get one back, which means we are guaranteed the 1v1, James.
We will see
So that's
it.
exciting.
Yeah, we will see it, and you feel like that will be the pivotal game in this series. Beast Mode was phenomenal. Daniel's defense, even in that final moment, that stop, really helped propel Version1, but Beast Mode offensively was really something to behold as well, Corelli. You saw that solo play at the end. Beast Mode, we get another look at it here. Going low, reading the defense, goes up, gets the bump. Revenge on the bump play that Killers had. And that was enough to get Version1 that 1-goal lead that they held till the end.
And it's interesting, when I look back on this game, I kind of replay it in my head, I feel like Rule 1 played this 2v2 better as a team. But I feel like Daniel and Beast Mode on Version1 played it better as individuals. Beast Mode, just that last goal, my goodness, just taking over. Saw it a couple times, just finding the gaps with individual plays coming out from Version1. So we have to go back to the 3v3. We are guaranteed a 1v1. We'll see who comes out on top to put the other on match point.
So Version1, they scored first last game, but it was only when they got. Rule 1 looked unstoppable after that first goal. Well, we see that same Rule 1 this time. Beast Mode with a save. Taking it to the corner, got the flip reset, was trying to push it downfield. Calm now, hoping to possess it, but challenged immediately by Rawas. Killers, backflip, pops it up. Now retreating, Daniel. Daniel gonna go for a block, does get the challenge in midair. Now the shot is gonna be high. Calm had a look on net. That one was not on target.
That one had to be perfect if Calm was gonna score, but still, Version1 forced Rule 1 to just clear it downfield. It's a great dunk from Rawas, trying to get a bump on Beast Mode. Beast Mode, not the best touch. He forces Calm to get out and bail him out. They do so here. It's Version1 trying to find that early mojo that they had early on in the first 3v3, and of course in that last 2v2. They ended up getting up their lead in that 3v3. But they started off hot. This time it's a little bit more contested here in the first minute.
Very composed. I mean, this was what we saw from Rule 1 after that first goal went in favor of Version 1. And the defense from Rule 1, really what they're known for.
They're going to need it with the weapons that Version 1 threatened with. Here's Daniel. Speaking of one of them, Daniel trying to keep this one going. Went for the boost. Killer's so smart to stay on the ground, and Rawas comes and bails out his teammate.
Now, Rawas read that play immediately, knew that that bump was going to be a threat, and got the over-the-shoulder save, driving right by Daniel. Beast mode, loses control in the hands of Killers. Now the challenge will find its way to Rawas. Rawas to Mawson. Mawson! Beast mode, he was up very quickly and was close to the ball as well, trying to remove the angle on the shot.
Yeah, it was a good pass. It was a beat too late. Here's a flip reset. That's a great shot from Killers by himself.
This was truly...
Oh, my.
Oh, this is an uncommon shot, Corelli.
How many touches did he get? It was like 6.
I'm sure Version 1 saying, how does he have enough boost for that?
The perfect touches lead to a flip reset, and Rule 1 trying to double up. This one off the crossbar. It rings off of Daniel as well, who's trying to take the challenge here. Come to the backboard. Version 1 trying to answer immediately, as this one is saved off the goal line from Killers.
And that has to be the play of the series. I think we can say that now. Killers, holy moly. That might even be the best shot we've seen this tournament.
Certainly was, but it counts as one just like any other shot in Rule 1, looking to hang on. Maybe even double up here. They've got Version 1 a little out of sorts there. You see a couple players going for the same ball. Daniel a little unsure here. He does end up receiving it, but it gets quite close to the play. Big clear from Beast Mode to try and relieve some pressure, but it's right back in the hands of Rule 1.
Rule 1. They showed in the first 3v3 that this is their game mode. Killers individually, though, hitting the shot of the tournament to get him the lead. Version 1. It looks so good in twos. Can Daniel and Beast Mode bring some of that synergy? Can Com step up? Where will the demos be for Com? Will we see him?
Oh, what a cut from Rawas. And again, you're seeing something very similar that happened in the first 3v3 near the end. Rule 1 are just taking quality challenges on the Version 1 side, locking them in, saying, hey, if you want to take the air dribble up and across the field, you're allowed to have it. Everything's gone high from Version 1. Now the backfield is exposed for a second. Beast Mode does get a touch, but it is going to take something spectacular from Version 1, I think, to break this Rule 1 defense.
Final minute. Version 1 has had a long drought in 3v3s. They've not been able to score except for that one early goal. Rule 1's defense, it proves to be too much once more. There's still time left. Version 1 trying to get something going. Daniel coming out of nowhere to get a challenge on that ball. Beast Mode to be last back, and he slows it down. Now going for an air dribble to the middle of the field. Daniel will pop it up, only has 3 boosts, now empty. Pass down to Beast Mode. Beast Mode not able to get the shot. We saw Rawas and Mawson both go for it. Now Mawson is jostled by Beast Mode.
He's got boost.
Does he have enough to make the play? There's a rebound. Cleared off the line by Mawson. Mawson, one more goal would be the insurance they need, and Mawson delivers.
Mawson knew the second Beast Mode jump there, he had him beat. Beast Mode so early there, just trying to get the read, and he guessed right, but Mawson able to squeak it by, and Rule 1 have dominated the 3v3s here. A 2-0 lead, but they've really locked down Version 1. You haven't seen a lot of offense come out from Version 1. And that's what you expect when you go up against Rule 1. You get that defensive play style, that lockdown type of play style, and it's tough for offenses to get going.
And the 3v3 offense for Version 1 has not been effective against Rule 1, but that is something you can expect. Rule 1 defensively, one of the best teams in the world. 3v3s firmly in their corner. They lost, however, the 2v2 game, and now we go to 1v1s. Rowas, one of the best players in the world, but Version1 also have Daniel. This will be a matchup between titans.
So this matchup, it's happened many times before in show matches and in tournaments before. Daniel leads Rowas 3-1. The last 2 times they played, Daniel 4-0'd Rowas, and then Rowas beat Daniel 4-1. So it's gone back and forth. Those were just one day apart in the Rule 1 Invitational, actually. So these games that we're referencing are very recent. It was back in April, and we've seen them go back and forth, but Daniel leads the series all time. We know we're going to get Daniel and Rowas. I feel like you have to. Again, both these players inside the top 10. Daniel number 6, Rowas number 3. So this is going to be a great 1v1, James. I think a lot of people are looking forward to this one.
We are in for a treat, and this is for Version1's life. Even though they have not been able to win a 3v3 game, they might be able to win one if Daniel can get them the chance. Daniel has a good track record, like you mentioned, against Rowas, but this is just one game. And if Rowas can win it for Rule 1, they'll be through to the playoffs, and that is a strong start.
Yeah, remember, we're referencing series there. It was a 4-0 and a 4-1. This is a single game, James, and in a single game, scoring the first goal is going to pay off. Rowas off the kickoff in the first 3 seconds is able to put one in.
Rowas, another good kickoff. Daniel preventing the immediate shot and opts to get the mid boost. Rowas decides to back off the ball to get boost himself. Daniel with a little bit of space on the dribble. There's the flick, and that's going to be an easy save for Rowas, but what will Daniel do with the rebound? Doesn't control it. And now Rowas trying to take some time, baiting Daniel in. There's the flip reset. It's a thing of beauty. Daniel jumps early. He's maybe expecting a flick, but Rowas had another idea.
And I think Rowas has recognized since that kickoff, Daniel took a very aggressive posture in this 10 or 15 seconds. And because of that, Rowas takes advantage when he's got Daniel's back turned. So a 2-0 lead now for Rowas. As Daniel trying to get one back, both of his opportunities have just been so weak from him. He's got 0 boost trying to punch Rowas out of the way, but now Rowas all the way down the field. Is it going to crawl in at will? 3-0 for Rowas.
What a start from Rowas. He's got Daniel's number right now. And man, that last goal really was so impressive. Daniel's thinking, oh, his jump is gone now, and Rowas just gets the flip reset right around him. Now gets that long-range goal. The game started out with a goal off kickoff. Daniel he's going to be struggling a bit. And it's a tough thing to do, giving up 3 goals in that first minute.
Yeah, you've seen the aggression from Daniel. Now he's trying to back off Rowas, and he gets him for a second, but again, Rawas's defense perfect. And Daniel's shot's just off the mark. Flip reset inbound. As he waits, drops it down. Rowas just knows exactly what Daniel is going to do with the ball.
Oh, and then the corner boost spawned on Rowas. Does Daniel know? I don't think so. And Daniel is going to have to watch this one from far away.
Yeah, and again, Daniel's so aggressive on these challenges. Very optimistic there. And Rowas with that boost, I mean, he didn't even need it. He just needed the flick. And a 4-0 lead for Rowas. Rule 1 looking good right now.
Rowas looking good right now, especially in this one. We might see another kickoff goal. Daniel, though, is back in time to defend for now. Rowas taking all the boost on his trip back to his own half.
Here he comes again, Daniel. Great read in the air. He's shown in the threes that he's got the read down on the aerials. And now he's going to try it from the other side. A second touch is just not good enough. Rowas has not let Daniel in for an inch as this one's thrown to the back wall off the crossbar. Daniel lets it come back out to Rowas. Can he get back in time?
Oh,
he gets the boost. My goodness.
I cannot believe Daniel was able to get to back to that ball, but all the attacks have been unconvincing from Daniel, and Rowas is making this look easy.
You can see the players on Rule 1 smiling as Rowas kind of got a piece of Daniel there, and Daniel kind of slid all the way into the corner. Rowas had a better recovery. 5-1. This is a crushing start to the first half of Game 4. Remember, this is for the series right now between Daniel and Rawas. And it's looking like Rule 1 slowly inching towards the victory.
Rawas will have boost and the ball. Getting some space. Going for the double tap, and Daniel was able to prevent the double tap from taking place and got the mid boost. And now steals the corner. This is really bad for Rawas. Daniel flip reset, and that's gonna be a tip.
Wow.
Fingertip save from Rawas on 0
And he
boost.
still got it.
And he's still able to keep Daniel from scoring.
Wow.
Unreal defense from Rawas.
The game sense from Rawas to stay with that play. He knew it was a tough angle for Daniel. Is it 6 for Rawas? It certainly is. And he puts up a masterclass on defense and turns it around.
How does Rawas stop Daniel when he has no boost? Rawas, he is impenetrable right now on the defensive line. Daniel has no answer.
At this point, Daniel not only is going to need to score some goals here in the actual gameplay, he's probably going to need some kickoff goals with the way Rawas is very willing to run the clock down. That one comes off the back wall, but still on Daniel's challenge, he just can't get back in time. Look at this from Rawas, able to get all the way back to his corner. Daniel wildly challenging here.
Oh, he was trying to get back to the ceiling as well. Used up so much boost on that effort. But still was able to get back now. Lobs the ball away. See what Daniel does. Rawas trying to dive in. Now he's dribbling Daniel as he gets the ball back and has boost now from his own corner.
Game management here from Rawas. You don't have to force anything, and you have a buffer, so you can really do whatever you want. But playing back to his corner is becoming more of a common thing now. Takes 5-10 seconds off the clock, and Daniel certainly feeling that pressure. Of course, the loser of this goes on to play Team Liquid. The winner gets vitality in the playoff bracket. Rawas, shot on target, Daniel save off his crossbar. He's still in trouble here. Rawas will just punt it towards Daniel. Daniel does make the save quite nicely and sets himself up for a dribble.
But you can see if Daniel constantly on low boost, having to wave dash dribble the ball, he overcommits, and that's gonna be goal number 7 for Rawas. This is a beat down on Daniel and a beat down on version 1.
And he's shutting him out too. That's the crazy part. Daniel, or the defense from Rawas has been so good despite the 7-0 score. He is shutting out Daniel right now. This is dominance from Rule 1 from Rawas. He is crushing Daniel in this 1v1.
People will remember this performance. We might see one goal. No, we were thinking maybe we'd get a Brazil, but Rawas is a savage.
And I think Daniel, I mean, he's beat here. It's 30 seconds left. It's 8-0, 8-0 from Rawas. He has not given anything to Daniel here. And Daniel has worked hard. He has put on some offense. He has 7 shots to his name, but Rawas has put on a master class here. You got to keep that clean sheet if you can. Daniel trying to pick a spot that's too high.
And you thought, finally, Daniel's gonna get one. And maybe we will see it. Ground pinch. Daniel, will that corner boost spawn in time? No, it won't. It popped up right as he left, and Rawas trying to get one more for the road. But this game, so one-sided. Rawas
Don't let him
put
score.
it on a clinic.
Not the clean
Daniel
sheet.
does get one. But still, Corelli, this was unbelievable from Rawas. And Rule 1 will knock version 1 down into the lower bracket where they'll have to play Team Liquid.
Yeah, Sunless likes it. And when you're owning a team like that, taking down a team that was touted to do well in this crew battles format, what a display of confidence coming out from Rule 1, Rawas. That was an MVP performance in my opinion, just in that 1v1 alone. I know we give it a lot to 1v1 players, but that was a matchup that I think a lot of people look forward to, James, and it was just a snooze fest for Rawas.
You know, it's one of those games where you say, yes, we were so excited to see this matchup. We wanted so much more. We thought it was going to be a close match. We thought Daniel, Rawas going head-to-head was going to be fireworks. Well, Roas had a different idea altogether. That was dominance.
And the reward for Rule 1, they graduate from the group. They go to the playoffs to play Vitality. We've set our part here, James. Let's go back to the desk.
Daniel who?
Wow.
Sure, Leaf, I'll tell you what.
Version 0.
I'll tell you what, at Leaf and at Stumpy Goblin, Daniel is one of the greatest players in the world. Version 1, a fantastic Rocket League team. The problem is, they came up against Rule 1. They came up against Ruas, who were ruthless.
Yeah.
Stunning performance.
I didn't think T-Bates was here for that level of copium. Cool. Unbelievable.
That was... Team's good? I don't know what I've said.
No, you are being inflammatory. Now, that was unbelievable from Rule 1. Version 1 at no point, I feel like, really put up too much of a threat, aside from in that 2v2, where it was a little bit closer. Of course, they managed to take one of those games.
Right.
But when it came down to that 1v1, that just showed the sheer disparity. We've had some of these teams come up against North American, ultimately Titans, and Version 1. They're one of the teams where they are a theoretical question mark. Can they get to that point of winning regionals? Are their 3v3s really that unbeatable?
Yeah.
It really does not look like that right now. Yeah. And now they are going to be dropping down into the lowers to face off against a bubbling Team Liquid.
Yeah, Team Liquid, who they defeated earlier, but I think the confidence levels from these two teams going into that decider will be very different than they were earlier on after, frankly, Version 1 on the day, in the moment, were completely and utterly outclassed by Rule 1. The fans as well, the crowd, they were very much behind their team. They were huge.
I was gonna ask you guys, just so I could hear them through the stream cheering, but you guys were in the stadium.
It was great.
We sauntered over into the arena. Johnny Boy got a hero's welcome, as ever.
We were also there.
Of course.
Yeah, we were also behind him. And we'll be in the background.
It was really
of
for you
some
guys.
selfies, yeah. But no, it was so electric. And we saw Sunless on the stream, of course. He was cheering for the boys.
Absolutely.
Everyone was chanting, "Let's go, Rule 1." He must have felt very at home. Yeah. No, it was incredible. We loved that.
Shout out as well to the guy who started a chant out of nothing. He stands up and he goes, "Let's go, Rule 1."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Does it about 3 times.
Jorby joined him.
Jorby was the second, and after that, it just carried on. It was great.
No, it's electric, I guess, especially on your home turf, to be able to please the crowd like that, right? And I was just watching Roas is a monster.
He is.
He's revolting.
Terrified.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable. He is. That was one of the most dominant performances we have seen, and was more of a disparity than what we saw earlier between KV1 and Mike Boy. Like, that was a higher
the difference
scoreline.
between the two is more.
Yeah, it was. It was crazy. Daniel was one of the best 1v1 players in the world, and Ruas embarrassed him.
Yeah, he did. We've also seen in this very tournament Zen lose a 1v1. Ruas is looking unbeatable right now, so those little power rankings certainly fall in the way of Ruas.
In those 1v1s for sure, but all around Rule 1, all 3 players have stepped up phenomenally, and I think it's a treat definitely to watch them. Let's get to our STC play of the game, and this one is going to go over to a passing play. It was Killers.
Yeah, Killers managed to take it all the way on his own.
Pass it to himself.
Yeah, it was the reset over the top of one, and then the dunk right on the goal line, because Cole, that was going to get saved.
Yeah, he had to do so much. Every little tippy-tappy touch was completely necessary. Daniel did his best to squeeze it out, but via a flip reset and a dunk and a double tap.
On the
One of
pass.
those plays that has everything. Yeah, he passed it to himself. Exactly.
Yeah, I messed up. I told you wrong earlier.
Yeah, that was stubborn. I'm throwing one of them.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fine.
But yeah,
there were so many plays it could have been.
We were back and forth on stuff. So yeah, no, that's absolutely fair. Well, let's just keep it on that topic, because our Arcadia MVP is also going to Killers. Again, all around. It's not just about the ones where Was is a monster in those ones, but all around, this player is just a threat on the field.
Yeah, I mean, my initial thought would be Ruas, because he's playing so well, but then you remember the fact that he defeated Daniel almost too easily. If that was like a 10-9 overtime, we'd be saying, we
already guarantee that's a win.
Exactly, right? Whereas Kalias, he was the difference in the tougher game modes, the 2v2, which was only 1 goal difference, and what a goal it was, the one that we've just seen. Oh, sorry, no, this 3v3, which was the 1 goal difference, and what a goal it was.
Kalias also just looked, you're completely right about Ruas. Half the people in chat, I'm sure, are saying, why'd you not go Ruas? And then the other half are saying, no, Kalias is absolutely deserving of that. It was split down the middle, and I am blown away by how those twins are performing right now.
Yeah, no, I really am just honestly excited. I wish they hadn't now qualified, because now we don't get to watch them.
All right, Lee. I'm actually quite enjoying
You should not step into that arena after saying that
sentence. It's selfish, because I want to watch them again today.
Leaf is going to come in, take the mic off Stacks, and go, actually, I'm quite disappointed that we want to go. Anyone agree?
Let's bring them back in.
I don't want to have to wait until tomorrow, another day, to watch them play.
Fair.
I'm sorry it was a selfish thing. I just want to see them play again.
But Leaf, can I tell you something good?
Okay,
They
yes.
will be playing Vitality.
Oh, that's an easy
We
one.
will be seeing that in the quarterfinals tomorrow.
Ruas then.
That is
online.
we're going to be seeing, because bear in mind it's best of 7, so we guarantee the 2s and the 1s. We will be seeing tomorrow Zen versus Rawas on LAN.
Watch neither of them field those players for once.
I
That
will
would be
go up on
hilarious.
stage and I will shake Ferret until it happens.
What, you don't want to see Radosin Mosin? That's what I want to see.
Well, don't even. Don't you dare.
That is just, yeah, those are great players too. This is rude if you don't want to
Exactly.
see them. Oh
Yeah,
my
don't
God,
try to
okay.
have this on me, Mr. I'm Sad Rule 1 qualified.
Yeah, Cole.
Oh, no. Now I'm the bad guy. How is this
Yeah,
happening
you are.
again?
Okay, well, you guys work it out. We got to go to a break. We got, unless I can't count, one more match, though. Coming up next, it's our last qualifier, Version 1 and Team Liquid.